France.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen. It was supposed to happen, but unfortunately, a teensy tiny outbreak of a potentially fatal respiratory virus slightly threw a spanner in the works. So in the end, we went to. Yeah, it wasn't at the top of my bucket list for travel either. But having gone, I can say it was actually pretty good. And I can think of no snappier way of showing you just how good it was than an introductory B-roll montage. Action!
Welcome to the west of England, where this new series will be unfolding across 3 counties: Gloucestershire, Worcestershire and Herefordshire. Our base of operations will be in the Malvern Hills. I'll also make a brief and almost suicidal dash across the border to Wales. But first we've got a 2.5 hour drive from our home, right about here. Oh god damn, it is hot. It is, I think, August 7th. They're saying it is the hottest day of the year. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we got back from Cornwall, and we had this time right now originally booked to go and spend some time with the family out in Brittany, in France, in a beautiful gîte, and we were going to be spending a week out there. But we decided, what with everything going on in the world, that it probably wasn't the best time to be jumping on a ferry. So instead, we're going out west, to the west of England. We're going to be heading to the area of Malvern. Yeah, it'll be nice to spend some time with the family, and maybe get some hiking done as well. This is a pretty cool village. And we have arrived. Look at that. Isn't that something? So, I guess this is where we're staying. So, we are here at our very grand accommodations. It is the following morning from where I left off. We arrived yesterday probably about 5:30, going on towards 6, and then by the time we'd unpacked and by the time we'd gone down to the supermarket and picked up supplies and we came back, it was getting on towards 9:30. Pretty much all we did was eat and have a couple of drinks, watch some TV and go to bed. So, not the sort of thing, unfortunately, that's really worth filming. But we're going to head out now. We're going to go and check out a town nearby called Tewkesbury. So, yeah, here we go. Just across the county border in Gloucestershire stands Tewkesbury, a town whose history stretches back more than 1,000 years. It's dotted with historic buildings, including the 900-year-old Tewkesbury Abbey. The gents go to check it out, while the girls head off for a little retail therapy. One of the things you sometimes notice with these really old churches is that instead of being a single construction, there's sort of different bits that have been added in different time periods. For example, right here, got sort of this lower section going all the way up here. Anyway, I can't lay claim to any particular historical insight as to this building, so I'm just going to rely on voiceover Mike to do the Wikipedia diving and give you the facts. Voiceover Mike here. While I resent the laziness of my younger counterpart, I can confirm the Abbey has a fascinating history. It was originally a Catholic monastery founded by a cousin of William the Conqueror. It was threatened with destruction in the 16th century when King Henry VIII, desperate for a divorce, pulled England out of the Catholic Church. In the years that followed, the king plundered Catholic institutions across the country for all they were worth. The Abbey's roof and bells were set to be melted down, leaving it a ruin. But the townspeople intervened. They insisted the Abbey was their parish church and compensated the Crown £453 for lost profits. Today it survives as one of the finest examples of Norman architecture in Britain. Also, you can see right here above the door, would have had different saints here once upon a time, but of course after the Reformation it wasn't considered cool to go putting the faces of saints all over the place, so they got rid of them.
I catch up with the family and we head down to the banks of the River Avon, where a friendly swan is on hand to greet us.
Doesn't like the camera.
Then we visit a branch of Britain's notorious budget pub chain, Wetherspoons, for a bit of refreshment. Normally it's not my sort of place, but in the age of COVID, the value of a decent beer garden is hard to overstate. In any case, it's nice to be around family like normal for the first time in months. We stay for a drink or two, then head back to Malvern. We pitch up without a reservation at the Railway Inn. In Cornwall, getting a table without a reservation was impossible. Here it's as simple as walking in. The landlady tells us that the pub is under new management and rebuilding its reputation. For us, the food is great and reasonably priced.
What do you know? After all that difficulty finding somewhere to eat in Newquay, we've got somewhere first night without booking, up here in Malvern Hills.
With bellies full, we head back to our accommodation to call it a day. Man, I miss foreign travel. I never thought I'd see the day when a Ryanair flight from the local airport seemed extravagant and adventurous, yet here we are. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments, will you attempt a trip overseas this year?